Some people worship that series.
But it is going to be interesting that, I don't know if you know this, the three games are going to be separated. Well, you probably already know that. The three games are going to be separated. The Terrans are going to come out first, their story.
Wait, there's 3 games?
Yeah, the 3 separate games. The Terrans, then the Zerg, then the Protoss are all going to have their...
I thought it was all one game.
Nope.
That's pretty cool, though.
Wait a minute,
I mean, that means they'll be able to focus on each person.
So I'm going to have to spend $180 in order to play this game.
Well, that's the thing. The Australian Gamer podcast, which I like to listen to, they were bringing that up, and they were asking, will you have to pay full price for each game, or if you buy one game, you get some kind of discount?
I don't even want to do. I just want to play the game. Like, if you're going to separate a game into 3 parts.
There's separate stories, so assuming I mean, maybe it's the same story, but from different perspectives. So when you played one game, it's a standalone game.
It's usually not.
That's
like
probably the idea,
first
right?
StarCraft, it was all separate. They were 3 separate stories. True, they all kind of ran into each other every once in a while, but you've never played a campaign where you're doing the opposite of whatever the other person is trying to do.
Yeah.
You know? Like, in Command and Conquer, they're, like, notorious for this. You play, let's say I played, what was it, the recent Tiberium Wars? Command and Conquer 3. And, you know, they were they were just saying, you know, like, I would play as GDI. I'd go through the whole mission, and then I go, okay, well, that was fun and cool. So then I go play Nod, and it's like, GDI is coming. We have to hold this base. Meanwhile, during the GDI campaign, it was like, Nod's held up over there. Let's go. Yeah, and you're just kind of like, well, okay, so now I know exactly where they're coming from and what weapons they have. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, oh, I can put all my people over here, and I don't have to worry about that part because nobody could possibly get in. Or, you know, I could be like, well, here's the weak point. I don't just strengthen this, and we're done, you know? So, I don't know. I think, I don't know. I really think we should just get the games for free.
Yeah,
if I'm going to pay $60, it should be something that I get.
Yeah, but think about it. Blizzard can do that. They have World of Warcraft.
This is
They've
true.
They've already established that people will give them money.
I think that I think that they've that they've actually had to conceal this, but they probably have about as much money as Bill Gates because, I mean, I'm sure there are enough people out there that are addicted to Warcraft.
But the difference is,
I mean,
Bill Gates has that much money. Blizzard has that much money. So Blizzard is separated by, I don't know how many people. Bill Gates is one person.
And he's got that much money.
He's got all that.
Bill Gates could rape the sun, and nobody would care.
So, yeah.
Bill Gates could insulate his house with money. And, a tragedy has just happened to the Gates home. A wall was stolen.
I know, right?
Yeah. Not entirely sure how StarCraft's going to come out, but I'm kind of excited for it still.
I'm definitely buying the Zerg version, though. I enjoyed the Zerg.
You know what? I heard they changed a lot about the Zerg.
Really?
For the better.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
Massing is a big deal.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Especially as a Zerg.
Yeah.
If you're ever the Zerg,
Yeah.
rush.
Just,
rush
build,
as many little Zerglings
Go.
as possible.
Go.
Zerg Central, then.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do.
All right, now we've been talking about StarCraft, you know, kind of blast for the past for us PC gamers. Let's go way back. Way back. Do y'all remember the Three Stooges? Any of you get to see the Three Stooges while growing up?
No.
I did.
Yeah, I actually did. Along with Abbott and Costello, I watched it a lot.
I fucking love the Three Stooges. Now, slapstick comedy, they
were the kings.
They were the kings. And that was back when you couldn't offend anybody, you know?
Now you can't even sneeze and someone's offended.
Yes. So, for the fans of the Three Stooges, brace yourselves. There's going to be a modern-day Three Stooges movie.
Really?
MGM and the Farley brothers are finally slapping together their high-profile cast for The Three Stooges, a comedy project filmmakers have been developing for years. Sean Penn is set to play Larry. Jim Carrey is in negotiations to play Curly. Now this one's real interesting. Benicio del Toro is rumored to be Mo. Benicio del Toro. Look at him.
Oh, God. For those of you who don't know who it is, look him up.
The studio is starting to start production in the fall for a 2010 release slot.
Sorry.
So I don't know. The article doesn't really say what it's gonna be about. It's gonna kind of show some scenes where they're kids, but it doesn't really say what it's going to be about as a whole. I'm kind of interested because 1, I love the Stooges. 2, I would love to see their comedy brought back.
3, I love Jim Carrey's work.
3, I love Jim Carrey, but I don't want them to tone it down. It has to be just as hardcore as it was back in the day.
And they need to poke each other just as much.
There needs to be that slapstick, that natural slapstick, comedy.
You know what? I think it's too late.
What do you think?
I think slapstick's gone out the door because we're looking for other things now.
Oh yeah, but you can always have a nostalgia trip every once in a while.
You can, but
And this is
everyone that...
Yeah,
And
I mean...
Sorry. Continue.
Overall, yeah, we've kind of finished with it because, 1, people are getting too... Oh my god, it's violent. I don't like violence.
Well, don't take your kids to it.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we all know that these rated mature games end up in a 3-year-old's room at some point.
Don't take your kids to watch it. Don't buy your kids Grand Theft Auto. It's simple. So, yeah, go.
Oh, well, what I was saying is, I mean, if you're clearly not from the generation, and yet you watched it when you were younger.
Dude.
So, I mean, there's a huge fan base, I'm sure.
Let me tell you something. Everything from, let's say, 96 back is better than anything we have now. All the cartoons were better. All of,
With a few exceptions.
We had Three Stooges. The music was better.
I disagree. But
we didn't have rap.
We didn't have rap. This is true.
We didn't have rap.
Okay, that is a very good plus.
So, I think a lot of time. I think we grew up in like a golden age, and now it's gone. And I really feel sad about that.
Well, I disagree. I mean, there's there's exceptions. You can pick the good out of today's age. I mean, sure, there's not as good. I mean, the classic rock is gone, and that's really depressing. But I mean, you can still find good shows. You can still find good music, and a lot of those shows are webisodes, web-based shows. So I mean, I don't even find myself watching TV anymore.
Who's
The
down for
Office
some Office? I love The Office.
Yeah, The Office is great.
And I was watching clips of the British one, and I really want to see the whole
You know,
thing.
the British one, I hear a lot of people say the British one is a lot funnier. But you know what?
It's British comedy.
It was
The
from a
Brits
British
are
guy
just
who
freaking
told
awesome.
me he lived in Britain. He was British. He was born there. I think it was biased.
Well, Ricky Gervais,
I'll have
that's
to
all
see
I need
it.
to know.
So
Yeah.
He asked Elmo if he knew what the word pedophilia or necrophilia meant.
Necrophilia.
pedophilia. Do
But-
you know what the word pedophilia means?
No, but British humor is better just because it's kind of uncensored. They make a lot of sexual
Monty
innuendos.
Python.
Yeah, Monty Python.
I'm
is
just
the
gonna
only
say
thing
that.
you need to
That's
know.
the name of British comedy, and you can disagree if you want, but
You're wrong.
yeah.
I think Eddie Izzard is up there, personally.
Oh yeah, I like Eddie Izzard.
Yeah, I really like his work.
I do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is something that when I first saw it, I was like, yes, we have to bring this on this show. This is nerd at its
nerdtastic.
nerdtastic at its best. You've seen it on TV, folks. You know the guy. Here's the question: does the ShamWow really work? Come on, you've seen the commercials. Everyone's seen the commercials. They made a ShamWow song.
Yeah, and he claims that it has to be good because the Germans made it.
Because the Germans make it. They always make good stuff.
Yeah.
Let's just go back to World War II. Tiger tanks.
They,
There's a lot of very angry villagers right now.
right now.
Very fertile farmland now, in fact.
Exactly.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, the test was soaking up soda from a carpet, cleaning a spill from a plant pot, wiping kitchen countertops, turning it into a bath mat, and drying off after a swim. Essentially, all the things done in the commercial. The verdict? Brrrrum. It works. But keep a roll of paper towels on hand, and don't expect to say wow every time you use it. Alright, I'll give you just the synopsis of what happens. They say it does work, it does clean up the majority of the spill, but there will be some kind of leftover residue that you just can't, pick up. So you have to have like a paper towel to just clean it up. So they say it does work. It does the job, but you'll still need paper towels.
And I mean, well, as far as the commercial goes, I like the host, the guy who's actually presenting it.
Yeah,
but I like the people at that state fair he talks to. Like the lady, like you can so tell she's being paid to say it. She just has no emotion. And she's wearing these big aviator glasses.
This towel.
I love this towel.
This is the greatest thing ever.
What would I do without it? It's awesome.
The best thing.
All right.